All right. I think we're live. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Friday evening, Saturday morning for us, live stream, Naked Famous Denim live stream, coming at you live from Yokohama, Japan. My name is Bahzad. This is...
Lisa?
That's right. You got it right.
I got my name right.
Excellent. I think I've done that joke before.
Probably.
Yeah, it's a bad joke. Okay, well, thanks for listening to my bad joke. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us live here on YouTube. Thanks for being part of the Naked and Famous Denim world. And welcome to Saturday morning for us. I hope you guys are, I guess you're winding down your week. You're spending your Friday evening with us. Thank you very much. We're going to talk about denim. We're going to give you some previews. Answer your questions live, probably rant for a few minutes. Let's see if somebody triggers me into that's going to be a new challenge on the live stream. Trigger Bahzad into like ranting about something for a while. Anyways, we'll see where this live stream goes. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. We've got Max in from Denver, Colorado. Jeffrey Gale, hello from Phoenix, Arizona. Welcome to the live stream. Will Socks, hello from London, UK. Matthew Bradwell, greetings from Portland, Oregon. The Moore, greetings. Bahzad and Risa representing the DMV. We've got Michael Udall checking in from Arizona. Rights W5 from Birmingham, UK. We've got a lot of the regulars. We've got some new faces in here too. Shane Delahunty, Vancouver, Washington. El Sanchez, 1984 from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. My hometown. I claim a lot of hometowns.
No.
Well, Toronto, Mississauga.
Yeah.
I was born in Toronto, went to school in Toronto, then we moved to Mississauga.
Right.
There's my life story.
Tokyo's my hometown. Yokohama's my hometown.
That's true. I like Montreal too. Sometimes I tell people I'm from Montreal. I don't know. I'm from a lot of places.
Well, you lived there for like 10 years?
Yeah, 10 years. 10 years in...
I think 10 years would make you like...
It makes you feel like that's your place. Spent a good amount of life there. Wizard of 32 ounce Garrett is in the house. He asks a very, very important question. Now I'm missing it.
What?
Where'd it go? New hair, Risa?
Yes, I got a haircut.
She got a haircut.
And got it a little darkened, but we'll see.
It looks fantastic.
Thank you.
I like it. I haven't had a haircut since 2008. It's been a while. I've saved a lot of money on haircuts, spent a lot of money on shampoo.
Now, did you know in 2008 that was going to be your last haircut?
I didn't, but in 2008 when I got my last haircut, the previous haircut was probably 6 or 7 years. Mm-hmm. So in the last 22 years, I've probably had 2, maybe 3 haircuts.
What made you want to get that haircut after 6-7 years of not getting a haircut?
Don't know. I don't know. It was long, and then I got it cut. I don't even remember what that cut was. No idea. Yeah. When I'm on a streak, I like continuing the streak.
I mean, it must have been something after 6 years.
Yeah, I just don't remember what it was. But yeah, I have no clue. 2008 was a long time ago. MC Dizzle, 2008, shouldn't your hair be down to your feet by now? You'd think so. But your hair doesn't actually stop growing. It continues to grow, but you have an equal amount of hair that falls out, right? Mm-hmm. So my hair just kind of stays at this one point, and it's right at the my waist, basically.
Yeah. Start of your butt.
Yeah. And most people can't grow their hair longer than that, I find.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people with longer hair.
I've seen people with longer hair, and I'm always unbelievably impressed that their hair, their genetics allows them to do that. But I think it's completely a genetic thing, and because you've known me, my hair has been the same length for as long as you've known me.
Yeah.
And
at the end, there's not that much hair.
Yeah. It's like a V.
The longest part is very little hair.
Yeah. So, terminal hair length. I don't know what that means, but maybe that's what I got. It's just that's...
But, I mean, it makes sense. Your eyebrows don't grow longer than a certain length.
That's true. Wizard of 32 ounce, your hair has a growth cycle that limits length. Well, there you go. Unforgettable experience with a customer, good or bad? Pedro Cortez. That's a good question. What's an unforgettable experience, good or bad? I don't know if I've ever. I've had some bad ones. Bad ones are fun to talk about because the unfortunate reality of the world is that we tend to remember the bad more than the good. We've had a lot of good customer experiences, and we'll get into that. But one of the worst ones that I ever had. There are worse that are gross, and I'm not going to get into the gross. But this is pre-Naked and Famous Denim days, and I remember I was selling jeans, and the unfortunate thing is that sometimes when you work retail, some people, they take advantage of the position that they're in because you're there to serve them, so they feel they can, I don't know, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So I remember I was working, and dude comes in, and, I don't know, he was a bigger guy, and he's like, what jeans do you have that fit me? That was it. I'm like, okay, no, yeah, we got lots of jeans. Let me show you. He's like, I like the fit that I'm wearing right now. And do you have any of these? And I'm like, yeah, we do. And he's like, can you check my size for me? And this particular brand of jeans, the waist, the size was actually printed on the inside of the waistband. So, and it wasn't uncommon actually that people would be like, can you check my size? And so I'm like, no problem. So he undoes his belt and he opens his jeans to show me, and he's not wearing any underwear. And he fully 100% did this on purpose so that I would have to look into his pants. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you mother, and he's like, what do you have in these? And I'm like, okay. So we had 3 models, 3 different washes of this particular jean. And he's like, I'll take them. And then he does another kind of gross move. And that was he threw his credit card at the counter. And it was like an American Express black card. So full metal, thick steel. And he just threw it at the counter. And I was like, it was just this weird power flex move that he thought he was doing on me. Mm-hmm. And I never forgot that. Anyways, it ended up being like $1,000 sale. So at least I got some commission out of it. I wasn't fully, embarrassed by the whole situation. But it was a little you're a creep. And
yeah, he's not a good person.
No.
Just in general.
Yeah.
In all directions, probably.
Yeah, simple text. Bruh. Wait, he had an Amex Black? Yeah, where I used to work, there were a few Amex Blacks that would show up. I remember one time I had a customer and, we had a credit card for the store and we were encouraged to, sell or whatever, offer the credit card to customers. And it was a good credit card. It was an Amex, and it was a free first year, and then annual fee was $300. Had all kinds of benefits. And I was trying to sell it to this guy, and this guy was like, I wasn't really trying to sell him to it, but I was just talking to him about it, as you normally would. And I remember I was telling him about this card. He's like, yeah, no, it's okay, I don't need it. I'm like, no, it's really a good card. And he's like, no, look what I have. And he pulls out Amex Black, and I'm just like, okay, cool. You win. You win. You got it.
Yeah, I mean, after a certain point, you don't want more credit cards.
Once you have that card, or there's a couple of high level
Well, the only reason you get a department store credit card is if you shop there enough, and then you can get points or whatever. It's worth the money, I guess. But the hassle.
Yeah. Pedro Cortez, oh man, that's harsh. Oh, that commission made it suck a little less then. Yeah, a little less. I mean, there was always, there was people who tried to steal. Those were always bad, occurrences. And this was a good story. Not so much jeans related, but I remember I once had to sell a woman a suit for her son for her funeral. That was the weirdest and really kind of interesting. The lady was very sweet. She came into the store and you could tell she was very fashionable, very fashionable. But she was in a wheelchair, and she came in and she said hello. And I'm, obviously talking to her, and she's like, I need help with the suit. I'm like, no problem. And she's like, it's for my son, and it's for my funeral. And I'm like, whoa, this is not a usual occurrence. And she kind of explained that, her son doesn't have a lot of nice clothes, and even though she and her family are well-to-do, she's not, put together so well. And she wanted to make sure that he looked respectable for her inevitable passing away. And she was quite elderly, so maybe that was on her mind. And it was a very interesting way to sell something because, we picked everything out, and then she's like, okay, I'm going to send him in, but I need you to remove all the price tags from everything, because if he knows how much this is going to cost, he's going to be upset. And so I had to remove all the price tags. He came in for a fitting, fitted him up, picked everything, and then she came in and purchased everything. And very nice lady. That was an interesting story.
Yeah, it's like bittersweet.
Yeah,
like, it's kind of nice, but
a little sad at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, I got a million weird stories from the floor.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, let's answer a few more questions. Okay, let me reset. Do you see anyone you want to pick out? Here's a good one. Jeffrey Gale, not admitting that I ever go commando, but I'm glad Naked Famous is buttoned instead of zippered. Yes. Well, most of our jeans are buttoned. Some are zippered. So be careful out there. Be careful out there for commando wearers.
Does it affect people who wear underwear? Like, would it ever happen? Because I did see it on episode of Friends where Ross got these things.
Yeah, and there was also in Something About Mary.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah, that was the epic scene right at the start.
I only remember. Is that the...
No. Well, there's that, but... Something About Mary.
That's
if anyone remembers Something About Mary, there's an epic zipper incident right at the start of the movie. Very, very funny. Will Stocks, watching part 4 of JoJo's at the moment. Who's your favorite JoJo? I haven't gotten through all of them yet, and
Yeah, I don't know like their characters aside from the first couple, but the look wise.
Yeah, Jotaro is the coolest looking one.
Like he looks the most tough and strong.
He's the baddest ass. He also reminds me the most of like Kenshiro, who I really like from Fist of the North Star.
Yeah.
Because he's just such a stone cold, like, But Joseph. I like Joseph in season 1, part 2. But there's Jonathan Joestar, then Joseph Joestar. I like Joseph because he's funny, right? He's got this funny sense of humor, and like Joseph also carries on into the other series as well.
From the looks, like Josuke also looks funny. Like,
he looks jovial. But yeah, anyways, I'm still working my way through the whole thing. Right now, I think even during this, like, the amount of time we have to watch television is like this. It is. Yeah, we've been very busy as of late, as you can imagine. I mean, we just released Golden Hour. That just came out today. Golden Hour Slub Stretch Selvedge. That came out today. We made the video this week. We had a mini photo shoot. Anyways, we're organizing Strawberry Milk release, which is next Friday. Anyways, that's why we're strawberry color today. We're actually going to a strawberry farm tomorrow. Tomorrow to go do a photo shoot at the strawberry farm. And Elephant's coming out. We're finalizing Fall Winter 22 production. Let me tell you something about Fall Winter 22 right now. We're in this unique good bad position where like almost all of the styles that we put out, and we've previewed some of those for you, have sold out. So let me explain how that has happened. So basically, as you guys know, we've had a couple of shipping delays. So getting things on a boat from Japan, getting into Canada, getting it out of customs, getting it on the train to Montreal. This has all been super, super backed up, you know, and I'm sure you're seeing all kinds of, you know, shortages here and there all over. I mean, this is kind of big news, but it's certainly affecting us. And in order to kind of get ahead of that, at the end of last year, when we really noticed a lot of these problems starting to, you know, snowball, we were like, we need to put in our production order for fall winter 22 now so that we can get the jeans out in time, you know, August, September, October, our proper timing. So we had to get work way, way, way in advance. So typically what we would do is we would create samples and then we would show these to our retail partners. They would place their orders. Based on those orders, we would put it on our production. And like the production time between like fabric, like making the fabric, putting it on a boat, getting it, like, you know, I think it was like around 6 months, maybe a little bit less. But now we're working almost a year in advance. And so it doesn't give us time to show our, you know, new collection to our retail partners. And so we basically have to guesstimate how much we think of any particular fabric that we're developing, how many jeans we think are going to be ordered. So, you know, based on previous sales and things like that, we're guessing, you know. It's not a, you know, we're not pulling a number out of a hat, you know, we're basing it on stuff, but
right.
You never know how, sometimes you just never know how things are going to react.
Sometimes
right?
it's surprising.
Yeah. So right now for certain styles, we've oversold. You know, we're 300, 500 units oversold on stuff, and now we're kind of figuring out how we're going to get more fabric. How is that going to affect the lead time of the release of this stuff? So there's a bunch of fabrics that are like sold out, way oversold, like they're on the, like, you know, we're still collecting orders from our retail partners. We have something called an order deadline where like we need you to get your order in by a certain time. You know, not everyone is you know, just like homework in school, you know, sometimes people are late and it happens. So, you know, we got to take those orders in, and we're not going to say no, we're going to try to accommodate as best as we can. But things are going to get like, they're being, usually we'll produce a little more, right? Mm-hmm. So we get orders and then we have a little bit of extra stock. That way we can replenish our customers, all that kind of thing, and restock the stores. But right now, it's like we're going to get that production in, and it's all going to go to the stores, and we're going to have nothing left. So whatever they get is what they get, and that's final. So it's a good position to be in because, you know, we're selling out. Mm-hmm. But I don't want, you know, it's like every season we're kind of finding that this is, you know, it's good again. Like things are growing. You know, people are getting more and more interested in our products, our brand, and then we get into like, oh, you sold out fast. Oh, I couldn't get this. Oh, where can I get this? And it's like, you know, number one, check our blog post because we put all the retailers there so where you can find it. But I don't know where this rant started off.
I don't know. I lost track.
I lost track too.
We should talk about what we released just today.
Yes. Yeah. We should talk about what we released today. If someone remembers how this rant started, I was just explaining. Anyway.
Oh, it's just that
I completely lost track. Brain freeze. It's still early in the morning for me, guys. But to be fair, I lose track of things all the time.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
It was very long.
It's a bit of a long rant. But anyways, just so you guys know how things are working out here. I just want to. There we go. A little bit of insight. Lost track. Anyways, Risa's right. We should talk about the releases. I've got a pair over here. Golden Hour Slub Stretch Selvedge. So this just came out today on Tate and Yoko, Naked Famous Denim NYC. A bunch of retailers. That's James Dance got them, Blue Owl Workshop. A lot of our retail partners. Check out, there's a video we put out on Wednesday, just a couple days ago. And in that video, we've got a blog post linked with all of our retail partners there. So you can find these wherever you want. If you want to get them local, support your local guys. So 12 ounces. Slubby, stretch, great mid-blue color. I think the color is really coming through right now here.
Yeah, and it's very accurate.
There we go. So if you're looking for a great mid-blue denim, this is a great option for you. I talked about it in the video, but this is very similar to the Goku and the Cell. It's the same construction, same fabric base. So we just basically changed the warp color. Didn't have on the Goku and the Cell, they had colored wefts, orange and green. This has more of a natural cotton colored weft. So, but in the video I showed the fading, and Garrett did a little video today on Tate and Yoko's Instagram where he showed off some of the fades of those jeans because we're having a buy two get one free sale on Tate and Yoko in our sale. So there's a sale section, and in that collection, if you want, you check it out. There's all kinds of stuff: men's, ladies, shirts, jeans. Buy two items, get one free, and Cell and Goku, sizing is limited on those. I mean, I think Goku might only be some the odd sizes like on the ends. But anyways, check it out. But same fabric construction. You can have this basically in 3 colors if you want. Right now, you've got the options there. So that's the Golden Hour Slub Stretch. I hope you guys like it. I think it's a really cool color. But I'm gonna be getting into this jean pretty soon.
Right.
So this is. I don't have it on the release schedule yet, but it's probably going to come,
It's coming up,
August.
yeah.
No, not August. April.
April or...
Maybe May. Anyways, we'll figure that out soon. But this is the raw cotton slub, the 16-ounce ecru denim with natural seed selvage. This is going to be a lot of fun to fade. Well, not really fade, but get filthy and dirty. I've never worn a jean like this for a prolonged time. So I'm interested to see how this patinas and wears over time.
I've had my natural seed for a couple of years now, actually. And then I don't obviously wear it every day or anything like that. But I've worn it, often enough. And so the thing about my jeans is I got oil stains, and it's it doesn't look great yet. It's not to the point
you
to where
need more dirt on it.
Yeah, you've seen Garrett's natural seed, and it's gotten to the point where it obviously is dirty with darker stains and stuff like that. And mine just has a weird oil stain in the middle of the thigh, and then that's it.
Yeah, you got to add to it. It's like if you have a pair of you're a painter or you're doing work and you get a couple of paint splatters on it. It just kind of looks like you have a couple paint splatters.
Yeah.
But if you've got a ton, then it really looks cool. So there will probably be some growing pains.
Right, awkward times.
Yeah. It's like when you have long hair. As I can, if you ever try to grow your hair long, you get to these awkward phases where your hair is right here, and it's it's so annoying because.
No, that's what my hair was. It was just I didn't know if I wanted to grow it out.
Yeah.
But then I would have to be in this middle length for a year.
This length is a weird length because it doesn't quite fall to your back.
Yeah.
It goes to your front. There's awkward times. But
so
this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to wear this for the Indigo Invitational. That is starting April 1st. So you got to get your jeans registered for that. So if you're looking for a great fading pair of jeans, these won't be available in time. But anyways, I have them.
But Elephant X should be, right?
Elephant X, strawberry denim.
Right.
I mean, all of our core. There's a lot of great options for the Indigo Invitational. Have you picked your Indigo Invitational pair yet?
Yeah, I think so. I have to try them on, but natural indigo.
Okay.
In Arrowfit. I just want to really try the Arrowfit because, I've been wearing classic for the past few years, straight, basically. So, Arrow would be interesting. It'll be a little bit slimmer. And natural indigo, I've always wanted to fade because I've seen so many good ones. And I don't know. It just, I have to try that.
Yeah, I have a pair of natural indigos and the Groovy Guy that they're not. I wanted a pair of natural indigo fades, so I got the Groovy Guy, and I grew out of my Groovy Guys. So, anyways, I'm working on getting back into them. I'm getting pretty close.
Yeah, for sure. Did you try them?
I haven't tried them recently, but I'm getting there. So.
It's a good season to be wearing Groovy Guy.
Yeah, Groovy Guy's great for the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leonardo Roca writes, any news on the linen pants?
Oh.
Yes. So I have them here. We have to get them photographed on the website. Sorry about the delay. So basically, we were trying to decide whether or not we wanted to rinse wash these jeans before release.
Yeah, rather
than selling them raw.
Yeah, rinse wash.
So they are 100% linen, and linen has, the properties of linen. So they shrink a little bit, but they don't shrink quite like an unsanforized denim would. So an unsanforized denim, 8 to 10%. A typical jean is like 1 to 2%. These are sitting in like the 3 to 4% shrink range. So we've decided that we're gonna sell them raw, but we're gonna cut them just a little bit bigger so that they can accommodate for that little tiny extra shrink that you would get that's above, a regular pair of jeans. So just be aware of that. We're going to have all of that information on the product copy. We're going to update that soon. Yeah. But yeah, we've got the two options here. You've got the black and you've got the natural. We have these in the chore coats. We have these in the smart jackets.
And work pants.
Work pants. So there's a lot of options that are coming out soon. We're going to have these photographed and on the website soon enough. So the linen pants are on the way. Your classic Naked Famous Denim fits in a 100% linen option.
It's a very nice silky.
Oh yeah, just
drapes really
very
nicely.
summery,
Yeah.
very summery. So that's going to be a fun way to enjoy jeans in another fabrication.
Somebody spotted a cat. She was walking behind us.
That's right. Yeah, or you'll probably see them a little bit more, or whining a little bit. Okay. Jester, J.E., have you talked about the strawberry milk? Not a lot, but it's coming up, so stay tuned. The Moor, what is considered a successful collaboration? Have there been any collabs that were not successful? What went wrong? Okay, you answer first.
Well, I mean, there's two steps of success. I think successful in the first stage would be to have like a denim that is just really representing the character or the stuff that we're trying to collaborate with. So like the planning, product level of success, and then obviously there's the sales. Like it also doesn't really depend on how many units we can sell. It's just that how much of what we made sells. Like if we started with the humongous amount, and if you sell almost all of it, that obviously that's a success. But even if you started with smaller quantity, you sell through them, then that's still a success. I think. So,
I guess there's a difference there. Like if you made 1,000 pairs of one thing and you sold through 700 pairs. Versus making 200 pairs of something and sold through 200. Yeah. What's considered more successful?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But go ahead.
So I mean, it's hard, but like in all level of success to the maximum, it would have to be Street Fighter, Dragon Ball. Those were very very successful because they weren't small production runs. They weren't the biggest production runs ever, but those were very, very popular. I think especially at the time there was a lot of even more because you didn't really see that kind of collaboration before, right? So the excitement here was at really at top level. And since then, we've had our fans, they've dabbled and they've picked up pairs. So maybe it doesn't feel like I need to get this one because they know that there's something on the horizon. And especially me because I tell you. There's stuff coming all the time. So that said, what is unsuccessful? I would say that we had a problem with. So I love the Toxic Avenger. I got my jacket hanging up over there. But I think the problem with Toxic Avenger was it was relatively obscure. And it came out literally right before the pandemic. And when we release something, just like a news story, like it gets its peak right at the beginning and then it tapers off, right? And so the excitement is always at the highest right when you release it, and then it starts to trickle out. And we produced that. We produced it for wholesale. We produced it, so that there was a lot of inventory. And when the pandemic hit, it was like,
cancel order, cancel order, cancel order, cancel order, cancel order, and then the website, like sales on the website were like, like this, because nobody knew what the heck was going on. And so we released this jean in a time of kind of confusion, and it didn't get its like the initial bump that it needed to have in order for it to be, I think, the initial bump would have helped a lot, but it didn't get that as the same level as other releases. And then I also think that the relative obscurity also, there wasn't a big fan, the fan base for it exists, but it's not like Ghostbusters or Street Fighter where it's really kind of part of the culture, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's already a small fan base, and then, obviously it's not a cheap product. I think they came out kind of expensive.
They were, it was super custom.
Yeah. So it's just that, the already small fan base, smaller fan base of that would understand denim that is,
But to be fair, that is one of my favorite collab fabrics that we ever did, because I think it was, because I'm a huge Toxic Avenger fan, and I think we nailed it, in terms of, the graphics, design, the fabric, everything. It was really, really, really cool. But yeah, it hit at the wrong time. If there was a smaller production run, I think it would have, I think, I don't consider it a failure, because I don't really consider anything we do a failure, just because I'm not in that mentality. Everything has its place and purpose, right? There's some things that are designed to, our core collection, that's where, that's the bread and butter, right? That's the stuff that is always moving. It's always selling. We have all of our retail partners carry our core collection, at least parts of it. And then the seasonal stuff, that's what creates the excitement, So, certain things are there to, the hardcore stuff, and you've got the comfort stuff. So everything kind of, has its own little parts, like an album. Anybody buys CDs anymore? There are the chart topper hits, and then there's the slow song, there's this song. Everything has its piece. So Toxic Avenger, it created the excitement that it needed to create. Did it create the overall sales that it needed to create? I would say that it didn't, but that's okay. I mean, it's still available, and now you can get it, especially at a great price on the website, and if it's included on the buy two get one free sale. So, nothing that we've made hasn't eventually sold out, right? Everything eventually all goes. So, other than what has not,
I don't know. My favorite was Ghostbusters, I think.
Ghostbusters was a lot of fun. The chain stitch jacket.
That was amazing. Yeah. And also, it's just it was so perfect in a way that we've done glow in the dark before, but we haven't done it in a long time. Yeah. And obviously that was something that that kind of represented the brand. Everybody knew about it. Yeah. And so it was a perfect way to bring that back. And all the pictures that you guys took was very good. Yeah. Everything was very exciting. And that was also kind of a short crunch kind of project. And I mean,
you're right about how short crunch that project was. We were approached, Ghostbusters approached us, which I thought was they saw the stuff that we did, and they're like, we would love if you guys did a Ghostbusters thing. And we're like, and the cool thing about it was, when they approached us for it, they were like, yeah, you're free to do whatever. But they gave us one rule, and that was no drugs and no nudity. And aside from that, cool. They're don't have the characters smoking weed or something like that. And I'm like, okay.
That probably happened before.
Yeah. But and I can't have Janine naked. I'm like, okay, cool. But you know what? We got to create our own Janine imagery. And a lot of times when we work on these projects, they have imagery that they allow us to use, but they don't really let you create imagery, because it's just, they want to have a little bit more control in that stuff. So they have assets that we're allowed to use. And but with Ghostbusters, go ham, do whatever you want. So we got to create our own Janine, and I thought, boom, that was so cool. the glow in the dark was perfect. Like you said, we got the chain stitch embroidery jackets. Mm-hmm. We have a jacket in HQ signed.
Right. Dan.
Yeah.
What's his name? Dan
Aykroyd. Yeah. So Dan Aykroyd, creator of Ghostbusters, signed one of our jackets for us, and we have. I don't know where it was in Sonny's office. Brandon's dad. It was in his. We're gonna get it framed. But we do have we do have a signed Ghostbusters jacket, and I think that's pretty cool. My only hope is that it doesn't get lost and then put into stock and then sold. I'm gonna make a note of that. That find the jacket and secure it, because sometimes things get misplaced. Find Ghostbusters signed jacket. Yeah, I don't want that to get lost.
I could see that happening.
Yeah, I can totally see that happening. Okay, BD writes, Toxic Avenger was my April 2020 jean. I still remember the day they came. I'm glad. I love that Toxic Avenger jean. I love the Toxic Avenger. And you know what? There's going to be a new Toxic Avenger movie, which interestingly enough, we were approached to do a collection based on that new movie that's coming out. I don't know if we declined. We just said, maybe not now. We did a Toxic Avenger thing, so maybe going back to it, I guess that's a decline. But I hope that, just for my love of Toxic Avenger, I just hope that the new movie creates a new excitement for the franchise. It's not a household name, that's for sure. But neither is Naked and Famous Denim. You guys know us, but we're not. We're like, I like the Trauma Films, the people who make the Toxic Avenger. They're independent film production company. They do everything themselves, and it's always an uphill battle in this respect. You play in like the big boy world, but you want the big, that's totally us. Mm-hmm. We are so independent, and we play in the big boy world. You might see us at a department store here and like a nice fancy store here and there, and we're sitting next to brands that have marketing budgets the size of our company payroll. And people think we're a lot bigger than we are, and we're not. That's why we're doing live streams out of our house. Not some fancy studio, but that's okay.
Yeah, I do think it's a kind of a good place to be in, because, we don't have to worry about, we have the freedom of doing whatever we want to do, whether that brings in money or whether that just, makes
that's true.
Job fun.
Yeah. If we had corporate overlords, I wonder what that would look like.
Yeah, it would be a lot less fun, I don't know. I feel like each person would do a lot more concentrated work, which, I don't want to work like that.
Right. I would imagine they'd look at our business and be like, don't do that, don't do that, don't do this, don't do this. Focus on this, focus on this, focus on this. And we would be like, no, you don't understand. That thing over there
needs to be done by a person who understands this.
We need to make this jean, even though it's not going to be the best-selling jean of all time, but it's part of the, it's part of the album. It's part of the story of that season, right? So, I don't know what corporate overlords would look like, and I hope, I hope we get that kind of money one day just from doing it ourselves and growing to that level. But still having an independent spirit.
Yeah. I don't think you can have it all. You know?
Maybe. I don't know.
There's a sweeter spot than that's probably, but
Yeah, what is the sweeter spot?
I mean,
I don't know. We'll find out. Even the thing is, the little brands probably look at us and they're like, "Oh my God!"
That's a good spot to be in. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. We were everything. It's all just grown in the last, almost 15 years from. Literally, Brandon used to go door to door, from store to store in a suitcase, and just open a suitcase in the store and be like, "Hey, you want to see some cool jeans?" To where we are now, and where we are now isn't it's a little more sophisticated than then, but it's still that very indie spirit,
Yeah.
We can't go door to door as much as we would like to, but, I'm still sending those emails out.
Right. But, I mean, the sweeter spot would be, like, having our store or, like, a retail partner in every single decent-sized cities.
Yeah.
Like, that would be fun, probably.
Yeah. Right. Like, I would say that if we became, like, an independent Gap, like, people think of the Gap, whatever, but, like, if you really think of the root of what the Gap was, and that was I think at one point it was America's largest jeans retailer. And they didn't just used to sell their jeans. They used to sell, I think at one point they were the largest retailer of Levi's jeans in America. So they were a big retailer for jeans in general. And so I would like to get to that point, or like an American Apparel where there's a store in every, I don't need to evaluate their business, but, you could, every city had an American Apparel. Every city has a Gap, right? At least I don't want every little city. I mean, major cities, whatever. I would love to have a Tachi and Yoko and Naked Famous Denim, have the best raw denim experience. Let's replicate New York City in other cities. Our New York City store, that's our model, and like we should boom, 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 put it around America. And then we have our own stores, we have our retail partners, we've got a great, relationship, distribution. Everybody can find their jeans. You can buy them online, you can buy them locally, you can get them hemmed, you can get serviced. Jeans sold to you with care and by someone who knows what they're doing. It's not just going to the store or the change room's over there, right? I never, ever, ever want that to be our way we do business.
I think it's hard to sell our jeans that way, like...
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that you can't see that goes on into the jeans.
Right.
Yeah.
But like once you're at the point where the change room's over there, you've lost it. Like you're like the customer doesn't like. That's I think part of the difference is like we're here to educate you, put you in the proper fit, make sure everything is good and right for you. Like selling a suit, a suit is very involved, right? If there's, of course, you can go to the store, the change room's over there. But like, if you've ever been fitted for a suit, you've got your salesperson knows what's going to fit you properly, matches the shirt, matches the tie properly for you, gives you options that are going to work for you. That's how you sell a suit, and that's how you create a great experience for your customers, making sure that they're all. And that's the thing, like change rooms over there is. You're going to end up with jeans that don't fit, right? Because there's only so much about fit and whatever. And I'm sure the people in our audience here are way more educated than the typical consumer. But like the typical consumer walks into a store, change rooms over there. They're like, oh yeah, these fit. They're fine. Okay, they walk out. Have they now found their favorite jeans ever? Right?
Sometimes I like whenever we do color core and stuff like that, like I wonder if there will be ever people who buy from like, a department store or like online store or whatever, like without reading it, and then they start to fade the jeans and it's like, oh shit, like I didn't know.
It definitely happened.
Right?
Well, Brandon had a good story of something like this happening where, I don't remember where he was, but he encountered somebody wearing the red core jeans, and Brandon commented, he's like, oh man, you've got the red core jeans on, they look great. And Brandon didn't like say who he was or anything like that, he was just complimenting the guy's jeans. And the guy's like, yeah, they're turning red for some reason. Like, I think my mom threw them in the wash with, like, he didn't know, I thought, so certainly it can happen. But that's what the salesperson there is for. That's what the product copy is there for. I'm sure there are going to be some surprises. Like, no doubt, even like when you're buying online, there's sometimes people who will buy something and they don't read the product copy, they don't look at the measurement guide. It happens, but that's what customer service is there for. We're there to fix the problems when they arise. But yeah, I would like it if we had, that's my vision of the future, proper jeans sales people. I think that's a sentence. Proper jeans salespeople. Like a place where you can properly get fitted for your jeans, get all the stuff that you need with it, shirts, hoodies, all that kind of stuff. And a place that is personable, right? We're gonna take care of you the whole way. And yeah, so that's where I see us one day, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Instead of having a corporate overlord, slowly build out to that. So maybe in that would be amazing. Like I'm envisioning it like in my head, and just like, there's a store in Los Angeles and Dallas and Austin and Philadelphia, like all these places, and it's like, wow, like we were just like anyways, one day hopefully that dream will come true. But because just to watch it happen would be really incredible.
The thing is, like, that dream is never gonna be like, you're never gonna be satisfied though. Like, it's not like a certain dream that you hit it and then you're happy. Like, if you get Dallas, you get Los Angeles, you would want like
the next store, next store. Like, maybe, I don't know. I mean, you gotta. Maybe I'll watch this in 50 years and be like, I should have listened to that guy's advice. But you got to look at the retailers that expanded too much too fast and learn from that.
I don't think we would be that. Like, it's
because I think too much corporate money gets involved. And of course I have no idea what that even means. I don't know what corporate money even looks like or corporate influence looks like.
Yeah, but then you get all kinds of money, investors, and then you have to
keep satisfying them and showing them this growth.
Pay them back, basically. You have to show. So it's like, in order to sell more, you gotta have more outlet.
Yeah, that's true. Because so long as we stay independent, then we don't have to answer to anybody, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that should always be the case. Yao Ming's friend Riza can be a corporate overlord. You're gonna be a corporate overlord? Saito Corporation.
Yeah, just gonna be like, make more money.
Make more money. Simple text. Imagine an NYC denim for like Topeka, Kansas. Yeah, that would be like. There's a lot of fun. Like, I want to make more City Edition jeans, man. I really do. So it's coming. We got Montreal coming up next.
Right.
Montreal's coming up next. Corey Morale, nice Technovorm. We've got our coffee machine back there. Thank you very much. We just got it. Imagine Risa's overlord voice. Give us a good angry corporate overlord voice.
I don't know.
Work harder.
Wait, I'm doing
you're doing it the wrong way. So our cat's in our little cat cave there. There we go. That's perfect.
Nice.
All right. Jester, JC, Chicago, please. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. Vancouver next. Look.
Vancouver has a spot to go to, though.
Yeah. I think maybe what we can do is to partner with our retail partners for the City Editions. Mm-hmm. So long as we, in Vancouver, obviously we've got a great retail partners there. We could probably make that happen. Okay. Jeffrey Gale asks, why do the thigh and knee measurements seem to vary for the same size of fits? Easy Guy in 34-inch in one release has quite a smaller thigh knee than a 34 in another. Well, the reason for that is because each jean is cut by hand, so there's going to be variations between production. Fabrics react differently when they're cut. They react differently when they're sewn. So the reason why you see it with us is because we post that information. The reason why you don't see it anywhere else is because they never post that information. When you buy a jean off of, some mass market retailer, they're not telling you what the sizing information is per size, per all of these measurements on any given garment. They all say a size 32 has this waist and this, that, and you know what? That information tends to be generic across the board. So we put it out there because we want to be as transparent as possible when it comes to sizing, making sure that you get the right size every time. And there's a lot of, look, the cutting is done by hand. There's a guy with a giant saw who cuts the fabric. The sewing is all done by hand. People operating that stuff with their hands on a machine. This is not like a precision tooled, metal workshop where you can get the exact precise dimensions every single time. And I'm even sure in that world, they're probably like, hey man, like there's going to be variances, and I'm sure there are.
Yeah,
right?
and the fabric, in general, like cotton is a natural fiber. It shrinks and expands with like pull and moisture in the air and all of that things, and it just ends up being a difference. And the reason why we measure each jean separately every single time is because of that, because there is going to be a variance.
Yeah. Even depending on the season, like if it's summer versus winter, like when they're doing the cutting, like how long the moisture in the air, the temperature in the air, how long the fabric has been left to settle on the cutting table, like those things all make some slight variations, and a slight variation here and a slight variation there add up to a noticeable on paper variation, maybe less so noticeable when you put the garment on. Sometimes people will see, oh, this is a 1/4 inch different than that, and it's like you're probably not going to notice a 1/4 inch. And if the other thing is a 1/4 inch a 1/4 inch on a garment should not be the determining factor of whether or not that garment fits you or not. If you're in a 1/4 inch range, the garment doesn't fit. It's like, oh, if it was only a 1/4 inch bigger, it would fit. No. It needs to be more than a 1/4 inch bigger for it to properly fit you. Otherwise it's going to be, even a 1/4 inch is still going to be too tight, right? Or it's going to be too big.
And the thickness of fabric also, it's just when we are flat laying and measuring, like if if it's a thick fabric, like a lot of it goes to the side, whereas like if it's a thin fabric, it just goes flat. So
that's why there are variances, and it's not a matter of that is the reality of everything, right? It's not just us. We're just transparent about it. Jeffrey Gale, thank you. I meant Easy Guy has an example. I meant EG. I think you're saying Easy Guy has an example. Super Guy is my fit. Not disappointed, but I cringe a little bit at the idea of taking Naked and Famous to a tailor to get cut up. I'm not sure what you mean. Super Guy is my fit, but I cringe a little bit at the idea of taking Naked and Famous dinner to get cut up. You might have to elaborate a little bit more on that, Jeffrey. I'm not sure. I don't know what you mean by that last comment. Cedarus 555. Cedarus 555. I bought a pair of Batman, Black Boost, and comfy cords this week. Looking forward to all the variants. Enjoy them. You took advantage of our buy two, get one free sale now on Tata and Yoko. And I guess now that don't forget to hit the like button. That was the worst. That was bad.
That was not
no
smooth.
Good. Not smooth at all. So hit the like button if you liked unsmooth. Hit the like button transitions. Anyways, if you're watching right now, don't forget to hit the like button. Help us get our likes up. This helps encourage viewership and people finding our channel here on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed, now is definitely a great time to do it, because you'll get a little thing here in the corner, your own little animation, and we'll introduce you to the Naked and Famous Denim world. Okay, well that's it. Back to the show. Okay. Let's see.
Into that one.
Go ahead.
Devin Brochet. Bahzad and Marisa, hello from London. Can you comment on wearability in warm weather of natural seed versus raw cotton slub? 16 ounce too heavy for summer?
Okay, that's a very good question. So natural seed is 11 ounces, if I'm correct. Yeah, 11 ounces versus 16 ounces. 11 ounce stretch versus 16 ounce heavyweight slub. Wearability in the summer depends on you. Now, certainly the 11 ounce is going to be more comfortable, especially because there's a little bit of stretch in there. Look, colors, like lighter colors, are obviously going to help you feel cooler on in the hot summer sun, in the humidity. We're not joking around. 16 ounces is a heavy jean, right?
5 ounce difference.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel it.
You're gonna feel it.
But I mean, if you like that, like you know,
there's something about the tangibility of a garment, and like, I remember going to Thailand and going to denim events there at Pronto, and we're talking about, I mean, in Celsius, I remember one time we were doing an outdoor event in 45 degrees Celsius. 45. It was the hottest I've ever experienced in my life. And every time we go there, it's always in like the high 30s or 40s. It is crazy hot. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's well over 100. Right?
Yeah.
It's super hot. And we were doing outdoor denim events, and we were selling, heavyweight raw jeans. Everybody was coming up was wearing heavyweight raw jeans. It really depends on how, comfortable you are in heavyweight garments in the sun. Like, certainly you can become more comfortable in it. Garrett over here is chiming in. Natural seed is perfect for the summer. 32 ounce too, though. 32 ounce works. Garrett wears a 32 ounce. And he's worn it through the summer.
The right person does.
He's some people are just used to it. Some people, Richard Murphy, 113 degrees Fahrenheit. So 45, 113 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot, very hot. And so I've seen people wear it in that temperature. In Canada, it doesn't quite get that hot. So,
but
look,
something tells me that if you are concerned about the comfort
then you're probably not going to be comfortable.
Yeah, you probably want to go with natural seed. The people who would be happy with heavyweight in the summer are people who don't care.
Yeah, they're already wearing like 14, 15 ounce jeans in the summer, dark indigo.
You just want a sturdy piece of garment on you at all times.
Right. So if you want the tough fabric, whether it's summer or winter, it doesn't really matter to you. You just wear it, right? I'm going to wear it, and it gets really hot here in Japan.
It gets humid. The temperature doesn't go much higher than 30.
Yeah, like 30, 35-ish.
35 is probably one of the hottest days. It wouldn't be that every day.
But the humidity is...
is very high.
It smacks you in the face. You go outside, and you're like in a sauna. So... We're gonna see what my jeans look like at the end of this thing, because I'm gonna and how they smell. I'm gonna work my way through the summer in them. I suspect I'm gonna have some trouble on the hotter days, but I'm also looking forward to wearing these into the fall, because I think that they can really match nicely with a lot of fall tones. So we'll see. It's I've never worn a jean like this for that amount of time, and it'll be fun to wear. Devin Roche writes, Garrett is built different, though. Haha.
Yeah. He is a different
He's
creature.
a beast.
Yeah.
Heavyweight denim monster over there. He is the wizard of 32 ounce. Man, 45. Sweat produces great fades, but with denim that has no indigo, let's see if it's what it's gonna produce. It's gonna be. I have a feeling they're gonna be a little gross, but that's okay.
But like, you're not worried about like high contrast fade or anything like that.
No, I want them to get patina. Like when I spill my coffee on them, it's just gonna stay there. Like we're going to the beach, gets sandy, dirty, whatever. It's okay. It's gonna live on those pants.
We'll see.
Yeah.
One benefit probably is that you're not gonna get bitten by a mosquito over the jeans, because that happens with lighter jeans.
Do they?
Yes.
They can penetrate the jean?
Yes, like lighter weight jeans.
Really? I never had that problem. Never had that problem. Let me know. Have you guys had mosquitoes getting through your denim? I don't think can they through the fabric? No.
Unless they're living up my
Maybe
jeans.
they're going up your jeans. They can't eat through this fabric. It's too thick. Their little needle nose doesn't get far enough.
I mean, they get bitten like up in the thighs.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I think they're sneaking in. They're sneaking in. Guys,
That's
let
gross.
me know. Anybody
There's
else
no
experience
room.
this? Those are creative creatures, man. Benjamin Curry. Oh yeah, all the time here in NYC. Mosquitoes can definitely get through fabric. All right, maybe insect repellent jeans. I get mosquito bites all summer. Interesting. Mosquitoes through Selvedge armor? No way.
It depends. I mean, I'm sure
fleece
it's not going
they go through a
the-
t-shirt for sure. Mosquitoes can definitely punch through clothes. Interesting. Somebody's suggesting citronella selvage. Devin
not a
Roche.
bad
That's not a
idea.
bad
I would
idea.
wear that.
I like the smell of citronella. It smells nice. That'd be kind of cool if we did a scratch and sniff citronella where it was like bug repellent, summer bug repellent selvage. I don't know.
I don't like the smell of citronella
I like
so
it.
much.
I
It
like
reminds
it.
me of like cleaning supplies.
It definitely does. Every jean has a feature unadvertised. Yeah. In New Orleans, mosquitoes will carry you away. Okay. Last weekend, I was drunk running full sprint in my left-hand 12s. I fell in the grass. That stain is staying there forever. Good man, Dirk Diggler. Good man and good name. Boogie Nights. Boogie Nights. I would buy bug repellent selvage.
Yeah, I would too.
It sounds
It sounds
neat,
like
actually.
a great idea.
Yeah, for the summer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, see, this is how we get some ideas here.
Yeah.
Citronella reminds me of home. Sign me up. Okay, I'm gonna investigate this.
I don't know about citronella.
We gotta check it. We gotta see. We gotta see. I think it's a nice smell. And if it just happens to repel bugs, which I don't know if we're gonna go through the testing on any of that.
Well, but I mean, there's like tech fabrics that tells you that it like reduces, it's like what do you call it?
Disinfecting. Oh yeah.
Stuff like that. I mean,
I don't believe any of that stuff.
We are not the ones who do the testing on those.
Yeah.
The fabric.
Yeah. Who am I gonna send this fabric? Is there a bug laboratory? Hey, can you test this fabric? Yeah, it's gonna cost $1 million. Yeah, you know what? We will just say it's citronella, and if it just happens to repel bugs, then good for it. But I don't know. Yeah, the testing on that will just cause a big corporation could do the testing on that because they're gonna make 40 million pairs of jeans. They think this is gonna be the next new wave. We're gonna make a couple hundred pairs and be like, okay, cool. So.
Well, but those bug repellent, we could coat that into the fabric somehow, something.
I don't know. Derived from lemongrass or other natural repellents. We could say what we could say is that citronella is a natural bug repellent. We're not saying we can say that the feature is that it does that, but it I don't know. I have no clue. Lavender jeans bug repeller. Lavender repels bugs too?
I have no idea.
I didn't know that. Rights W5.
Lavender smells nice.
Lavender is a nice smell. It's a nice smell. Juan Mesa, do we have an update on the 40 ounce? The update is there's no update. Basically, I mean, I think I say this update every week, is that small projects are just getting pushed to the side more and more and more. And the reality is that the 40 ounce is kind of a small project for us. We're not, I think we only have a couple of rolls. We're not making hundreds of pairs. And every pair needs to be made one by one. It's ridiculous because we have one machine that has to do every operation. So there's no production line for this jean. And because things have gotten backed up because of the shipping delays, our production facilities are just, right now, they're really ramping up, catching up on a lot of the production that we couldn't do earlier in the year and later in the end of 2021. So things are just getting pushed little by little by little. So we're on it. We really want to release these. Don't get me wrong. But, the time to make one pair of 40 ounce is going to, cannibalize, hundreds of pairs of jeans that could otherwise be made. So it's just it's a balancing act. Just a campfire smelling jean in general sounds amazing. That would be cool. I think you can make that yourself though.
Yeah.
Just sit by the campfire for a while. Michael Udall, make a 40 ounce sweatshirt. All right. Anyways, you'll there's something. Pedro Cortez, why do some of the rivets have a leaf on them and some don't? What decides which jeans get those? Honest answer? Here's the honest to goodness answer. The dark brown ones tend to have them and the silver ones tend not to have them because I think whoever is ordering the silver ones keeps forgetting to order it with the leaf on it. That's the actual honest to goodness answer.
Yeah,
We developed that leaf rivet because that was custom made for us, and then like on the back, and it was supposed to happen across the line, and I think for silver they just keep reordering and being like, oh no, because whatever we need, they're just oh yeah, put in a new production for 50,000 rivets or whatever we need, and so like the same repeat order keeps going through, and they just, anyways, that's why.
Huh. I didn't know that it was just silver. I thought it was just mixed all the time. All the colors.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen one in copper that is not.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah. It is not by design. That is definitely by
human error.
What we use what we got, and what we got is what was ordered, and what was ordered sometimes isn't what was supposed to be ordered, but it works. So, yeah, that is sometimes somebody left a comment on the Summer Sky, the Golden Hour video. Why do some of your jeans have felled inseams and some of them don't? Like what determines that? Sometimes it's determined by thought process. Like, okay, well, this fabric is more conducive of having this type of finishing versus that type of finishing. And sometimes it's just like, oh, last time we did a felled inseam. Okay, then for the last jean, so we're just gonna do it for this one. So sometimes we just do it out of habit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I would like to maybe ask our pattern maker that question, because there might be a reason.
Yeah. I think that sometimes there's a reason, and sometimes it's just
right.
Last time I'm just, here's what I did last time. I'm just gonna do it this time.
Yeah.
So.
There was a time for a while that our left hand tools, depending on the fit, we had different patches.
Yeah.
And it's we didn't know for years.
Yeah.
It's wait a minute.
Right. So it's just sometimes it's just this repetitive thing that goes on, because when you're doing a restock, you go back to, okay, here's what we did the last production. I need to make however many jeans, and you just copy it. Put the new date on it, and
And oftentimes we're just looking at the samples and not really looking at the production.
Yeah.
A lot of the times.
So that's something. I'm sure in whatever industries you guys are in, this is this stuff happens, and you notice it, and you're like, it just, it's not a mistake really. It's just things just get done repetitively so often that the sometimes the things that you want to change here and there, they don't get changed, but it doesn't really, like the rivet not being the maple leaf doesn't really affect anything, because currently they're all kind of random anyway. So BD, is the double weave gauze good as a summer shirt fabric? Oh yeah,
right. Absolutely.
It's a double weave gauze. I mean, a single weave gauze is a little too light, but the double weave gives it a little bit of oomph, in terms of the texture. Like it's got a nice drape and feel to it, but it's also so breezy and airy. It's just, if on a hot summer day, you definitely want to be wearing that.
Yeah, and it's see-through.
Right.
Makes it not see-through. Speaking of shirts,
Reese's got a couple shirts here to show off.
So alongside Golden Hour Selvedge, we released a couple of new shirts.
Yes, the new work shirts just dropped. We have to be a little more vocal. Maybe we'll take some photos this weekend or something, so we can let more people know that these just came out. And we put out a lot of products, and not everything gets the spotlight that it needs
mostly
to get.
Jeans gets obviously the most, but shirts. I mention that sometimes. Yeah. Anyways, these are great summer. It's one of those in between season, when it gets warm but not warm enough to just go with t-shirt with it. Yeah. These are very good.
Also,
shirts.
We're
missing a red.
Yeah, I have to show off because the current these samples of work shirts have the old tags. You can see here.
Right. Yeah. But we have a new shirt tag. that looks pretty good.
Yeah, so you guys might have seen it before when I was showing off like the fall winter work shirts. So we have the new tag available. You can see that here. So that's the new shirt tag that's in all of our shirts, and they're in this new batch of work shirts. So the photos on the website, because those are all of the samples, they don't have the updated labels. So when you get them, you will have the updated label in the shirt. What's the weight of these flannels? I don't remember offhand. They're pretty beefy. I would say that they are on the heavier side of things. No question about it.
Yeah, but it's not like super
It's
heavy.
not the thickest.
It is very like summer appropriate.
Yeah, the fall ones are going to be beefier.
Yeah.
We'll try to get some of that info on the website soon. But
Yeah.
like you can wear these on their own. You can wear them layered up. These are really nice. You're going out camping. You're going out to the beach at night. It's a great just kind of throw on piece. And you can see here, I got multiple layers. I got circular in a tee. I got my hoodie. I got my work shirt on. No problem. And this is a size medium. So a great way to layer up.
Yeah. This brown's cool.
Brown's nice. There's a red one.
Red one that we're missing, but you can see it on the website. Yeah.
David T. just got mine in the brown. So excited. The brown.
Nice.
This is such a.
Yeah,
It's such an
brown is
American style. I love this. This is like I could like hunting or camping or just being out in the wilderness. I think this is a great color.
Yeah.
Vitaly just ordered a new red work shirt earlier today. Well, there you go.
Nice.
I mean, there's a lot of great work shirts on the website. The work shirts, we're going to be expanding them out even more in the fall. The heavy cotton Melton, our super heavyweight 100% cotton Melton is coming back. And anyways.
Yeah, that's for fall.
Yeah, that's for fall. A lot of great things are happening here. Richard Murphy, red is sweet. The red one is nice.
Yeah.
Francisco Michael, does it say kill in your pocket, Bahzad? It says born to kill, and then I have my peace sign here. So this is, for people who don't know, this is a nod to one of my favorite movies, Full Metal Jacket, and Risa embroidered that onto my jeans for me. So for those people who don't know, Risa does chain stitching. So we have a chain stitch machine here, and she customized my jeans for me.
So I also want to mention, because this is probably one of my favorite release of the summer, the
Rayon.
100% Rayon, silky, floral.
Yeah. So these come in the Aloha shirts, and they come in the camp collar shirts for the ladies.
Right.
And
we just released camp collar. I don't think men's are.
They're not in yet?
I don't know. I gotta double check. But so these would come in both women's and men's, but like they're so amazing.
Yeah.
I've been wearing this, like, I wore this a couple times already, so it's...
I mean, we specifically wanted rayon shirts for the summer because, these are like the classic Aloha, like, silky look and feel, and, I mean, they're just very, very nice. I mean, sometimes people think rayon and, like, they're not really sure about it, but, like, all the vintage, like, Aloha shirts are all made from rayon, so that's exactly why we went with this. So, they're available... in the ladies now, coming in the men's
coming up in
soon.
the men's soon. Yeah, they're gonna probably go fast. You're gonna see us wearing them.
Oh, for sure. Carl Murkowski is in the house. Hey guys, love seeing you on the regular. We love seeing you too, Carl. Thanks for joining the chat here. Anyway, if anybody has questions for Carl, hit him up in the chat, and should definitely subscribe to his channel on YouTube. He's got the best men's, rugged aesthetic YouTube channel there is. I think he does. That's there's no question about that. So tune in to Carl. He's got lots of great advice. He doesn't just talk about denim, boots, leather, all kinds of stuff. A little bit more diverse topics than you'll find here. We're very denim centric.
And we're very naked and famous.
We're definitely very naked and famous centric. You're not going to hear too much about anything else. Okay. Mason Brando, what materials have been unexpectedly difficult to work with? I think in general the difficult fabrics are not unexpectedly difficult to work with. Like, you might see a knit that is like really stretchy, and you're like, this is going to be difficult to work with. Because the problem, like, stretchy fabrics are very hard to work with because they just move around too much when you sew them.
Yeah.
So,
but even like these kind of fabric, I am sure like it's a lot harder to sew than 100% cotton because it doesn't, like, it's just
the swooshiness of it makes it difficult. So that's all. For some people, they might not realize that. Thicker fabrics are obviously, when you get into like elephant denim land, 18 and up, that's when things get difficult. Above 21 ounce, that's when things get like,
really,
they really like,
they
even
don't like it.
They don't like it. Most, like, even the mills here in Japan, most of the mills won't even touch, like, they won't even do denim over like 16 ounces. Like, they're like, it's not worth our time, it's too difficult, there's too much defect involved in that, we don't make it. So and then even when you get into like production for it, like if it's over 20, they're like, we want upcharge. We like, they don't want to have any responsibility if there's defects. And so like it gets into the world where it's like, it's too little for the risk for us to be dabbling in that.
Yeah.
So,
but
yeah.
I also remember a few years ago we did the shearling jacket, like, fake shearling, but like that was like denim jacket details, like all the stitching and everything, but in shearling outside. Yeah. And that was one of the hardest one, I think, because we had to, like, we did the sampling and like, it's just like we wanted to keep all of these stitching, but it's like it's really not meant for these kind of fabrics.
For it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's also a thing. Like if you're trying to do something that wasn't meant, like 32 ounce denim was never meant, like the machines.
Oh, 32 ounces is a different monster. Yeah. Like you need a hammer to do certain parts of the sewing.
Yeah, it's all these vintage machines were designed to make, like, the heaviest denim for them back then might have been 12 ounces, 14 ounces. Like, when you're into 18, 20, 22, 25, 30, like, it's not, they weren't made for that. So it gets very difficult. And especially when you're looking at like the super heavyweight stuff and doing it with proper jeans construction. You can make it, like, you can fake it, right? But, the center back panel of a jean, like this is the Mainline Selvedge. This is a lightweight denim, but like, right here, that's the thickest part of a jean because that's 4 panels. You can see here, right? 1, 2, this, and this, right? So that's all intersecting right here. That's the thickest part of a jean. And if you look at our 32 ounce denim, that's 4 panels stitched together. It's almost an inch thick. And sometimes you'll see heavyweight denim made out there. They don't do this kind of construction. It's not, look, there's a bunch of different ways to make a pair of jeans. So long as jeans are in this shape, they're jeans. But this is the classic denim construction. And we're very proud that our 32 ounce jeans are made with that construction. And sometimes you'll see like coin pockets that aren't, folded over and things like that. Like, you have the fold over. Like, there's certain details that are part of any given jean, and people will cut corners because it's very difficult or they cannot do it. And we're like, no, like, it's not for us. Like, certain things gotta be there, right? There might be some impossibilities, like doing a chain stitch hem on a 32 ounce jean. That technically might be possible, but it is not worth the risk of effing your machine up, right? So that's where you get into, like, look, I've got 2 of these, and if one of my machines goes down, that means that's half my. We have more than 2, but anyways, I'm not risking.
Right.
How many union specials do we got? 1. I'm just trying to count in my head. 7, maybe? I don't know. Something like that.
I don't know how many we have in the factory.
Is there 3 or 4 upstairs? There's 1 busted one. Anyways, there's a couple, but none of them are worth risking going down. You don't want to break your machines. That's especially the rare, very difficult to replace ones. Yeah. Okay. How thick do those rivets and buttons have to be? For the 40 ounce, everything is custom. Like our friends at Miansai, they make jewelry, had to custom make the buttons for us, all handmade. So yeah, they don't make, like YKK doesn't have buttons and rivets. Like, hey, can you give us buttons and rivets for a a denim that's going to be like an inch thick after it's sewn? They don't got it, and they and to make it is, especially with like with YKK, like they're not interested in making like 50 buttons. They want 50,000 buttons. So that's the thing. When you work with these, the thing is 50,000 buttons. It sounds like a lot, but it goes fast. But like for a small brand, that might be very difficult for them. But like we're at the size where we can do that kind of stuff. But yeah.
No, but not for 40-ounce jeans.
Yeah. Yeah, not for 40-ounce jeans. BD, Bahzad and Risa, what was the first project at Naked Famous that was totally yours? You picked all the fabrics, details, etc. No, there hasn't been. Everything has always been a group thing. So me, Brandon, and Risa. When Risa was on board at Naked Famous, then she was part of that process. But it wasn't like she was always a part of the process as when she was part of the team. I was always a part of the process as soon as I became part of the Naked and Famous denim world. So everything is always me, Brandon, Risa. We decide on everything together. Yeah. Like there might be certain things like we're more involved in,
right.
but it's always a group process. Okay, that was a good question. All right. Did I miss any previews? Smoke. Did you? I don't know. I don't know.
Showed some linen denim.
Yeah, the linen denim.
Showed some
work shirts. We've got the Mainline Selvedge. I don't have a release date for this yet either.
No.
So this is our repro denim for the season. Lightweight. I believe it's 8.5. We'll double check.
9. Yeah.
Or 9.
Something around there.
Yeah. It's got this great like light blue and very, very neppy denim with a gray interior. This is a repro of a old pair of overalls that I had. So we basically reproduced this fabric from that.
Yeah, 9 ounces.
9 ounces. Got that great white line Selvedge ID. This is also coming in a chore coat. And I think the combination looks pretty cool. I was watching this Charlie Chaplin short film the other day, and they were in prison, and it looked like it was very much an old, like this with the matching chore coat is definitely going to look like a old prison blues kind of outfit.
Yeah.
It was kind of neat because you had all these guys. I forget what the film was, but they're all in jail and they're all wearing jeans and they were all wearing like buttoned-up shirts with like this denim chore coat, and I'm like, man, those guys like. Looking back, it looks cool. Being in jail is not cool, but it's like, man, they had style even in the jail. That's one. I mean, you look back at the old fashions and everyone. Is this okay? Here's the question: did everyone wear suits back then, or is it just the pictures of people wearing suits the ones that we see?
I think people wore suits like, I mean. Obviously, like, taking a picture was probably a big deal. Like,
right.
Today there's going to be a photographer and take a picture. Like, I'm sure that was part of it. But, like, you see any, like, random, like...
video of, like, 1910.
Like,
and,
on the streets and everything. And everybody wears a hat. Everybody's, like, just kind of... There's no track pants.
Yeah, well, they didn't really... T-shirts
sneakers.
didn't really come out...
T-shirt was an underwear for the longest
right.
time.
So that wasn't normal to wear on the outside. That's true.
Until James Dean or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a warmer pair of jeans jackets, Elephant X or otherwise, the King of Lords? What's warmer, Elephant X or the King of Lords? I would say the King of Lords because of the slubbiness and like the there's more room for air pockets to kind of.
Yeah, and those nips are kind of towely, like kind of like the terries.
Yeah, it looks kind of, that's it. It looks more like a terry. So I would say the King of Lords would, if we were to do some kind of test, I would say that the King of Lords probably retains heat better.
And it's heavier, right?
Yeah. Yeah, not by much. Elephant XS is 20 ounce versus 23. Yeah. So, yeah, a little bit heavier. Yeah. But I mean, I don't think that you're going to notice a significant difference in warmth there. It's like, they're both pretty heavy fabrics.
Right.
Yeah. Yao Ming's friend, going to jail is not cool. This could be your mediation phrase? Meditation?
Meditation.
Yeah. Yeah, don't go to jail. Avoid trouble. These are...
Especially now, you don't get to wear denim.
You don't get to wear denim.
You wear orange.
What are you going to fade? What are you going to... Yeah, right, orange. Right.
To be fair, that orange is kind
of cool. That orange is
kind of... But sometimes they put you in
orange.
those, like, beige color that looks good in.
I've seen ones where they put you, like... they put you in pink or something, like they're trying to demean you. I'm like, why would you do that? It's nonsense. But avoid trouble. That's number one advice. Will we ever see the Akuma fabric in indigo? Maybe. It's a definite maybe. Colin Cumming writes, how bad is the break-in period on the Elephant 9? So there are some at Tate and Yoko. How bad is the break-in time? It depends on you.
Very subjective.
Yeah, if you're used to heavyweight denim, then, I mean, it's like any other pair of heavyweight jeans. If you're coming from the stretch denim world, then it's going to be a lot more difficult. The reality is, I think that like a lot of people who get into heavyweight denim, they find that the break-in time isn't hell. Right, even from people who I've known to have worn, the 32 ounces and things like that, like, yeah, whatever. After a little bit, it was fine, right? So it depends where you're coming from, but I think once you get through it, or you do it, you wore it for 2 weeks, you're like, oh, okay, you know what? It wasn't as bad as I thought it was, or it might have been. So, so I hope maybe that gives you a little bit of perspective there. Phil Buchanan. Philip Buchanan. Shawshank Redemption present outfit slaps. Yeah, they look cool, right? It looks yeah. It's not cool to be in jail.
Yeah.
But they look cool. For the MiJ10, will it be an exact re-release? Or will there be a remaster akin to the Elephant 1, Elephant X? No, it will be a exact re-release. There won't be so for the Elephant 10, we're taking the Okayama Spirit 1 fabric and releasing it in the with all the MiJ details, and obviously made in Japan.
So, not exact release.
Well, it's not going to be changed.
The fabric is gonna be the same construction, same yarn, same everything, except that the details are MiJ, and that includes Tempe washing.
Right. So it'll be pre-soaked for you, but the fabric itself, like, we're not going to modify it. Like, we're not going to change the color weft or anything like that. It's going to be the same fabric, but with all the MiJ details. This is Snowy, everybody.
Yeah.
He likes he likes attention. Charles is in the house. Snowy. Hey, Charles, thanks for joining in. KMX, it's Snowy. Yeah, this is Snowy. He's our good boy.
Yeah, he's crying a little bit.
So. Philip Buchanan, how long can we expect these live streams to last? Forever? Yeah, forever and ever and ever.
How long is in today? Or
I think in
general?
In general.
Until we can't live stream anymore.
Pretty much. We usually do, these live streams run about 2 hours, and we've been doing them for quite a while. I mean, on YouTube, it's been almost a year, but I was doing these on Instagram for quite a while. I don't
over
even
a
know.
year,
It's been a few years, and so yeah, I used to just do them on Instagram, and then I would do them on Instagram and upload the replay here on YouTube, and then I just decided let's just do it on YouTube, and that way we got the better video quality, and they can be replayed immediately after the stream, because before that I'd have to rip it and then I have to convert the file and all this stuff. It'd be the whole process. Okay. Wizard of 32 Months, 100 years, Bahzad and Risa, forever and ever. That's right, 100 years, 100 seasons, forever and ever. We're never going anywhere. Even when there's robot Bahzad and Risa, when we download our consciousness into robot form, they will be doing this live stream. Yeah, it's never going away. Speaking of robots,
like a robot.
we ran into an interesting robot the other day. On my Instagram, my personal Instagram, I don't post a lot, but sometimes I post like Instagram stories, like funny things I find around Japan. If you're interested in that, you can find me on social media. Just you'll find, if you go on a Naked Famous Denim post with my picture, you'll find my tag. But we're at a train station, and they had this robot. There's a couple of different robots around the city, and most of them are useless. And this one was less useless, but still pretty useless, but impressive. And it was just like a bust from like here, like their waist up, and like a big screen behind them, and it was like replacing. It didn't really replace like the information lady. So she had, it was a lady robot, and it spoke Japanese.
And her eyes are like this big, and then it was a screen.
Yeah, so
so it would
give you like anime eyes, basically.
Anime eyes, but then sometimes like you can just like it becomes
like hearts or fire, or like it'd be some kind of animation.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty funny.
The robot went like, it was an information robot. Where can I go? Where can I do this? So and then it could switch to English, and we were having a little conversation. I thought it was kind of funny. But also during the encounter with the robot, it would be like, I don't know the answer to that. Please go inside and speak to a human. So it was
like two humans inside.
Right. So
like,
it was neat to see it, but yeah. Anyways, if you want to see weird content, follow me on Instagram.
I have to say it was way better than Pepper.
Yeah.
Pepper is so useless.
Pepper is completely useless. There's a robot in Japan called Pepper, and it looks like a little boy.
Yeah. It's not just in Japan. I've seen it in Canada. I've seen it around.
But it has like a screen on his chest, and like he's got arms and stuff. And
he's like a little shorter than you. Like he's very
completely useless. And I think there's memes in Japan of like useless peppers. Like just, there's, just standing in a corner looking at a wall. Like, they don't do anything. They don't respond well. It's kind of neat to see, hey, there's a robot, but the robot doesn't do nothing. Philip Buchanan, Bahzad, I know you are a collector. Have you ever dabbled in comics? I have, and I don't have an extensive comic book collection. I used to be a lot more into comics when I was younger. Comics, action figures, that kind of stuff. I was into it for quite a while. I liked Image Comics a lot. I liked Spawn. I liked Fathom. I liked Witchblade. Michael Turner, I was a really big fan of him. I liked the Street Fighter comics, actually. Street Fighter Udon comics. So I was collecting a lot of those. Here's where I was buying a lot of comic books, and they knew me. They knew the kind of customer I was, because what they would do is they would put out the issue, and then they would have the variant cover, and I'm like, okay, so I got the issue, and here's the variant, so now I have two of the same comic, and then they would have cover A, B, and C, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, now I have the cover whatever, and then I have cover A, I have cover B, I have cover C, and then they have the West Coast Comic-Con edition, and then they have the East Coast Comic-Con edition, and then I would now have 5 issues of the same comic, and then they would put the holofoil cover out, and then I would have 6 issues of the same comic, because I would buy them all. And I don't know why. I'm compulsive in that respect, where if I know it exists, I want it. I just want it. So,
I think it's a normal human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would end up with 5, especially with the Udon Street Fighter comics, because every issue had a million covers. And I just loved Street Fighter, and I was just boom, 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 stacking them all up. And yeah, I think at one point I'm like, okay, I had enough. I just had enough. And I haven't bought a comic book in a long time. So yeah, I was much more into it when I was younger. I think I switched from comic books to movies, and the movie collection grows a lot. Not as much as it used to.
Not in this country.
Yeah, in this country it's harder to collect movies because they're so expensive. I mean, an average Blu-ray release might be like $50, $70, $80, whereas like the same disc on Amazon.com is $20, $30. Like, no joke, so expensive here to buy Blu-rays, and so I don't buy them a lot. Yeah. Francisco Michael, speaking about the robots, I imagine it to be like the taxi driver robot from Total Recall. Yeah, kind of. Useless robots in Japan, haha. There are. One robot I want, and I will probably acquire this year, is something I really wanted when I was a kid. So Sony put out in like the late 90s a product called Aibo. It was a robotic artificial intelligent dog, and it looked so futuristic at the time. And I remember at that time I was working in an electronics store, and our Sony rep, we didn't have it in our store, and it was very, very limited release in Canada. And it was like, at that time, I think it was like $2,500, $3,000 or something like that. And I couldn't afford that. I was making $6.85 an hour. I was not in any shape to buy a $3,000 robot dog. And I remember our Sony rep, I told him I really wanted one, and he's like, "Oh, I can get you like a floor model kind of sample one for like $1,500 or something like that." And I mean, it was still way out of my range. I couldn't buy that, and I never did. But I always wanted one. And on like Japanese eBay and like auction sites, like you can get them for like $200 or $300. Like, so yeah. And not that I will ever really have it walking around and using it. I think I'll just buy it and put it on the shelf just because I want it. Yeah. But it is a cool little toy.
Yeah. My cousin worked on that.
That was
really? One of like his first yeah.
Hey, look it up. Aibo, A-I-B-O. Carla Montoya. It was in Janet Jackson's music video for The Nutty Professor. Oh, well, there you go. Every now and then it showed up in pop culture in the West, but I mean, it never even. I mean, robot pets never really.
Yeah.
That was Tamagotchis and I guess.
That's true.
Tamagotchi still exists here.
Yeah.
Very
and
big
everybody
children's.
Had that. That was not like a small thing.
That's a very big children's toy here in Japan. Like you go into the kids' toy sections here, and like there's always big Tamagotchi section.
Yeah, and now Tamagotchi, like back in the days, it was like this size. Now it's like this with the screen and the buttons, and I mean, obviously there was a screen and a button, but like it's more complicated.
Yeah, like we're shopping for like our nieces and nephews and stuff, and like I don't know if they have English on them, so probably there's no language selector on those things.
I wonder. I don't know. Back in the days, it didn't. But...
No, back in the day, it didn't. So I doubt that they have it now. Francisco Michael, I saw those when I worked at Best Buy. Crazy expensive. Yeah, the Aibo dogs. Philip Buchanan, is there a marketplace in Japan for Naked Famous Denim? Is there a marketplace? We sell to a couple of stores here.
Not very big selection.
Yeah, raw denim in Japan is a very different animal than it is in... I mean, it isn't... Every market has their own way of raw deniming. Raw, if that's a word. And in Japan, it's very, very different.
Yeah.
You know, the raw denim market is very much a heritage, you know, old American influenced market. And even like prominent, like modern raw denim brands, like they just don't seem to crack, you know, the nut here, so to speak. So like you don't even find those brands in those kind of shops out here. So it's a little bit different in that way. Whereas like in the West, raw denim isn't really, it can be a heritage thing. It could be a streetwear thing. It could be a hip hop thing. Raw denim is an everything thing because we grew up with jeans as this is normal everyday clothes. You do it, you wear it for everything. Whereas here, that attitude is a little bit more like the good old days kind of, you know, mentality, I think. You know, those kind of jeans remind them of a time where you couldn't get jeans. You know, it's all very heritage, I find.
Yeah, like, yeah, it's just like the nerdiness of raw denim doesn't really translate into like mainstream, like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's not cool. Like,
yeah, there's a difference. There's definitely a difference to it. Whereas, like, you know, at home in the West, I think, you know, you obviously raw denim can be associated with a lot of different groups, but it is certainly, you know, even if you're just, you know, like, for example, raw denim is associated a lot in like the men's better dressing world, right? You know, there's a lot of YouTube channels for guys who are like, well, here's how you can up your game a little bit. You know, get a clean pair of dark indigo jeans, raw denim, Selvedge denim. They try to explain that. Boots, you know, guys like Stridewise, like Naked Stridewise, like, you know, they're these guys who are trying to, you know, educate people on like, you know, dressing better and things like that. So raw denim takes its shape in a lot of different forms, you know. Whereas here,
especially just as an upgrade of like a regular jeans,
right? Whereas here, it's like very heritage, I find. So
it's just a fringe.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily an upgrade.
Yeah,
in terms of...
right. Like in the West, you'll have a fringe of heritage, and that's fine. But here, it seems like heritage is the main like road for a lot of that type of dressing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, you'll see it when you get here, because you will see the raw denim. Like in the West, you know, the raw denim guy is wearing Converse, wearing Red Wings, wearing, you know, high-end super luxury boots. Like you have so many different takes on that. They're wearing hoodies, they're wearing work shirts, they're wearing t-shirts, they're wearing band shirts. You know, you see it in a lot of different forms. So like the raw denim guy isn't so much one guy. Here it feels like it's very much that guy. So yeah, it feels a little bit different.
Yeah.
Francisco Michael, how do men dress up in Japan? Really interesting topic. Suits.
I mean, you know, if you go to work, if we go to office, like, you have to wear some kind of suits.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily, like, full-on jacket and tie and everything, but you can't really wear jeans to most workplace.
Yeah. You get on the train in the morning, and it is, like, the men are wearing suits, and the women are wearing office-type clothing, and they're all wearing that. The casual office probably exists here.
Oh, no, I mean, it exists. It's like anywhere in the world now.
Yeah.
It's becoming way more of a thing.
Yeah, but it is a sea of suits.
Yeah, and even in casual office environment, jeans is not really something you see all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, there's probably like very few places that you can work in an office in jeans, and that was, you know, jeans.
Yeah.
Like fashion brands, I'm sure they allow it, but...
Yeah. But yeah, it's much more formal here, in general. Okay, Yao Ming's friend is responding to someone. I saw someone to write, any updates on the secret anime collab? And Yao Ming's friend writes, it's been a minute if you still think it's a secret. Yeah, you haven't been here on the live stream for a while. Well, welcome back. It is not a secret anymore. It is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So JoJo's collab is coming up. We're working on a holiday 2022 release. And yeah, we're in progress right now. They basically approved everything except for one thing that we're just working on, and then we're going into fabric production. So once that is done, once we got the okay, we're gonna keep moving on. We'll get the fabric production in, then we'll get the fabric samples. I want to preview the fabric samples for you guys, and then things will start to roll out a little bit more. So once we get these okays, slowly, it's not like every week I'm going to have something to show you update because things take time, but you will see more and more from that. Okay, Kenny Powers. Was the Friday the 13th collection super limited? I tried to get it the next day. It was sold out. It was pretty limited, and it sold out fast. I mean, even the Nightmare on Elm Street on Tate and Yoko, there's probably very little. I don't know. On New York, there's a couple of sizes if you're looking for that still. Even then, it's pretty much gone.
Only 28 and 29.
Yeah.
Easy Guy and Super Guy.
Super Guy and Easy Guy, 28 and 29 left. So just one pair of each size and a small size. So yeah, and that was probably an exchange because I think those were gone before. But yeah, New York, I think there's a little bit left, and even then, it's very limited. Any of these releases coming forward, they're all going to be pretty limited. So yeah, you got to get them when they come out. Yeah, with Nightmare, we did that midnight release.
Yeah.
Thanks
with
for
some.
Yeah. Thanks for staying up. Some people. Had a couple messages. People are like, "Oh, I slept in, I missed it," and I'm like, "Oh, I knew we were gonna have a couple
issues. It's something we never did.
Yeah, going forward, unless something is appropriately, we put out the Nightmare on Elm Street at night because we wanted you to just like Nightmare on Elm Street, like don't fall asleep, that kind of story. Very thematic, but yeah. We knew somebody or some people would miss out because maybe they fell asleep. Anyway, going forward, 11 a.m. Eastern is when we release things on New York and at Tate and Yoko.
Yeah, New York has some left.
Yeah.
Some sizes left.
Yeah, so if you're looking for Freddie, get them before they're gone because when they're gone for good.
Yeah, Naked and Famous Denim, NYC.com.
Antonio Tisdale, yada yada, does it. Some JoJo stuff there. I'm looking forward to the videos that we're gonna make for that. But I have to say that when we do make videos for JoJo's, and I'm always you guys know, I like avoiding trouble. Trouble avoidance is one of my favorite things to do in life. Like when we make the videos for Freddie or for or Jason or anything, like we don't. Like the rights to video footage is not something that we get in those deals. Like they're really like a lot of you can't use the music, you can't use the video, or you have to have expressed permission, and you have to go through this entire other process of everything being approved. So it just I don't put any video clips or things like that into the videos. Because of that, and I think it's the same thing is gonna happen for JoJo. I want to put clips and stuff and show where some of the inspirations come from,
right?
But it's gonna be a process. It's not gonna go well. They certainly aren't gonna let us use video footage unless you. Anyways, the whole thing. Yeah, for Toxic Avenger we could because Trauma. I mean, they own everything, and the approval process was we were talking to the people who actually made the movie. It wasn't there's this whole corporate chain. Some of the things there are. You go through the approvals team. The approval teams have to go to this team, and that team has to. There's a whole thing, and it's very slow. So, anyways, we'll try to express it as best we can. I think the videos come out good, but like if you ever wonder why like we don't show clips or things like that in the videos, is because I don't want to just put it in and then get in trouble and have a thing. Avoid. Yeah.
That's why you don't drink.
That's why you
don't drive.
That's it. And I certainly don't do them at the same time. Because I can't. Because I don't have a license. I don't know how to drive. Coffee, guys. Coffee and milk.
Milk and sugar?
Milk and sugar. Milk and sugar. Okay.
We should show off some new stuff.
Yeah. We have... I was just... okay, we got that. Oh, okay, yeah. We got... Boom. Strawberry milk. Strawberry milk denim comes out next Friday. I know that this was a big one. A lot of people were waiting on this. So strawberry milk denim, it is the follow-up to the milk denim that we released last year, made with 23% real milk protein. And that is found on the left side. And unlike last time, the left side is pink with a strawberry kind of tone here. So I know a lot of our denim, like the Sakura denim and the Hanami denim that we've done in the past with that kind of pinkish tone. So you get this nice pinkish hue to the front face of the fabric, dark indigo on the outside. You got that pink here on the inside. And that milk protein allows for this denim to kind of be silky smooth and cool to the touch. So if you're looking for something with a little bit of a cool touch, cool feel for the summer, it's going to be a great pair, a great option for you. And I know a lot of folks in the better boots world. Well, we get a lot of Instagram posts from folks out there with fancy boots, fancy shoes. They love showing off cuffs, and I see a lot of pink weft, our Hanami, our Sakura weft denim represented there. So I think this is going to do quite well. There's also a denim jacket. I don't have the sample here, but there is a matching denim jacket available. Now, just be aware that the denim jacket is going to be limited. I think we only made 50 units total. It's exclusive to Tate and Yoko, Naked Famous Denim NYC, and James Dant. So James Dant is going to have them. There was a little bit of a boo-boo with the production. I might have explained it last week, but just so you guys know. We ordered sizes extra small. When we sent the production order was supposed to be for small, medium, large, XL, double XL. Accidentally, the person who put in the production started the size range at extra small, small, medium, large. So all the double XLs kind of got canceled out, and the size range got shifted down a little bit. So now we have smalls, more smalls, and extra smalls, and less bigger sizes at the end. So
like large and extra large is...
At Tate and Yoko, I think we have like one.
One of each.
Yeah, one of each. So the bulk of the larges and extra larges went to James Dant for this release. So if you're looking for large or extra large, and even the amount of mediums we have is very small. But if you're looking for large or extra large, you got to go over to James Dant to get them. We're going to do a small batch, I think maybe, a dozen or so units of more mediums, large, extra large, and double XL, and that'll be available in late May. So if you're looking for a bigger size, or if you miss out getting the size on release day this Friday coming up, which is March the 18th. So if you're unable to get it on March 18th, stay tuned. We'll have a little bit more available later on in the season. So end May, hang on for that. But you're going to be able to get those sizes at James Dant. If you're looking for extra small, we don't do a lot of extra small jackets, but we will have some in the strawberry milk. So whether that's for yourself or a lady friend, I know the extra smalls fit the ladies a little bit better than our smalls and mediums do, especially if you're a smaller frame. The jackets are technically unisex, but we have made double extra smalls in the past. extra smalls are fewer and far between. Double extra smalls are definitely fewer and far between. Just depends on how many get ordered. But yeah, keep that in mind. Risa can wear a small usually.
Denim jacket?
Yeah.
I
or extra
think
small.
Extra small.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. And sorry, I was just thinking of Super Guy is not going to be available.
Right. Super Guy will be available in the end of May, along with the replenishment of the denim jackets. Yeah. So this is just part of that production delays that I talked about earlier when it comes to basically fabric shipments being late. Even with the golden hour, we had the Arrow and the Super Guy not being available until May. They'll be coming. Anyways, we'll be coming later. You'll see. Yeah. How many mediums will be available in that second batch? I don't know, but it's not going to be a lot. In total, that second batch is probably going to be 12 pieces. So, take that as
it's a hard one to get, probably.
Yeah.
If you're.
Yeah. Be on it, and you'll get it. If you're not on it, you're gonna miss it. I think that's my advice. If you really want that jacket, mediums shouldn't be really a problem if you're on it on the first day. You get it either at James Dant, you get it at Naked and Famous NYC, or you get it at Tate Nyoko. We will have some. If you're vigilant, you will get it. If you find out about it a few days later, you probably will miss out on it, and then wait for the restock, the small restock. Man45 writes, Michael, the Iron Snail video on the original Naked and Famous Milk Savage talked about milk protein used in a lot of lingerie. So those of you who like to go full commando, this is the perfect jeans for you. A lot of commando talk today. Some
do
amount
people
of commando
do
talk.
that? Is that common thing?
At least one person does it that we talked about earlier in this video. At least one person does it. BD, the cat meows are awesome. Yeah, he likes to have some attention. We've been on the live stream, and he wants our attention. Do you guys know when the linen denim will be dropping? I don't have an exact date yet. At the start of April, I will release the April release schedule, so watch out for that. The current release schedule, and you subscribe to our email list if you want to know that information, because that's where I send it out. I put it on the products, on the product pages as I have the information, so you can also find it there. But our email blasts contain our monthly release schedule, and I didn't do a full blog post on it because this stuff is changing a lot. It just basically, we're making stuff as fabric arrives, and we're moving things around to accommodate to prioritize spring production. So things are just moving around a lot. Yeah. So if I put up a blog post, it's just going to keep getting edited, and it's not going to be particularly accurate. When I have it on the email and I have it on the product page, that's certain. I'm certain of those dates. So, okay. Leonardo Roca, what's going on with the True Guy? I talked about this with Brandon just a couple days ago. The sample, he's supposed to have it next week. So hopefully we'll have it, not by next week's video, but maybe by the week after. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Okay, BD with a very, very important message. It's 9 o'clock. Time for a like and a subscription. Reminder, don't forget to like and subscribe. Everybody who's in the chat right now, let's get those likes up. Help us with those likes, because it does help the algorithm. It helps people find this channel, and engages something. I don't know.
He's on it. I like that.
Yeah, I like that. I like you helping me with the transitions here. And snack time this week. I don't know. I don't think we have anything interesting. I'm gonna go take a double check, but I don't know if we have anything super exciting.
Have any ice cream?
I think we do. Okay, let's go check. Oh yeah. This is good.
Yeah. Okay, let's answer some questions. Janet Rossi says, since this true guy is going to be more straight, would the weird guy fits taper will the weird guy fits taper in a bit more? I don't think we're gonna change weird guy just because we're gonna have a straight leg jeans. That is true guy. I think weird guy is, I mean, it's pretty good as is. I think a lot of people like that slight taper, so I think we're gonna keep it that way. But if you prefer more taper, maybe Easy Guy. I know Easy Guy has a little bit more room in the thigh, like in the hip, but yeah, that has definitely more taper.
Anatoly Thisdale. What? No snacks? Unsub. No. Resub, because we got some snacks right here.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we're going to let them pick.
Okay.
So, in Japan,
In Japan.
Nihon dewa, ice cream, I can't speak very well Japanese. In Japan, Nihon dewa, they love Haagen-Dazs. Boy, do they love Haagen-Dazs in this country. I've never seen more Haagen-Dazs availability and flavors.
Haagen-Dazs has a very successful existence in this country.
Huge. So much so that they are releasing limited edition flavors all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. And we pretty much get them all. Every time I see them at the grocery store, I just want to try the new one. So we've got a batch of current limited edition Haagen-Dazs flavors. Vanilla chocolatey crunch. You know, you get the little limited edition sticker there. So you know it's true. So we've got the vanilla chocolatey crunch. We've got the rich chestnut flavor here.
Mm-hmm. This probably has been in the freezer for a while.
That's been in there for a
while.
Chestnut
is like a fall flavor.
And then rich aroma milk tea. So we've got the milk tea. Royal milk tea.
Mm-hmm.
Rich aroma royal milk tea. So only royalty can enjoy this. So we've got a couple of flavors here. Take your pick, Risa.
I think, well, personally, I think I like the royal milk tea, but I think that's kind of, I know what it's going to taste like.
Okay.
I'm more interested in rich chestnut.
Okay, so Risa's going to do the rich chestnut. We'll try that out. We'll show you guys what that is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Got your ice cream spoon right here, certified. And I'm going to go with vanilla chocolatey crunch because that looks amazing.
You like the crunch.
I like the crunch. We like raw fabrics. We like crunchy ice cream.
Oh, somebody said called on milk tea.
Milk tea.
Type on milk tea.
Okay, who wants me to do chocolate crunch or milk tea? You tell me. I'll do what you guys say. We got one vote for milk tea. We're gonna keep this going until we get. We'll see where it lands. How can you show off the Japan Heritage Kasuri jacket? Maybe next week. You should introduce a theme to Jenny's ice cream. Wait, you should introduce theme to Jenny's ice cream. Sell amazeballs. I don't know what that means. Okay, we got milk tea, chocolate crunch tea, milk tea, chocolate crunch,
okay,
crunchy,
let's just
crunchy.
do milk tea and chocolate crunch. I will take the milk tea.
Okay, well then there we go. I guess you guys decided that for us. We're gonna do milk tea and chocolate crunch. Risa's gonna do the chocolate crunch. I'm gonna do the milk tea.
No.
It doesn't matter.
You like the crunch.
Okay, we're gonna do both. Since you were eating ice cream for breakfast, you choose. We are adults.
Yeah.
Which means
we've done this before.
Yeah.
We've done ice cream for breakfast before.
Yeah. Milk tea. I think we're gonna need a nails cam, or have I missed it? Oh, I think Risa's really good with the nails. She does this all herself.
Yeah, it's hard to focus.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Back it up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Milk nails.
Milk nails. Milk tea with the milk nails.
Right.
And I've got the chocolate crunch here. You can see, I mean, it looks like ice cream. I mean, you guys have seen that before. Let's see what we got here. Big scoop here. Got a nice chocolate swirl in there. I mean, this is their typical vanilla ice cream with a little bit of like Hershey syrup in there. I haven't got to the crunch yet. No crunch yet.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
cool. This royal milk tea flavor is pretty good, I have to say. So, Haagen-Dazs has the best green tea flavored ice cream in the world, in my opinion, by far.
There's
And
the crunch.
the North American green tea flavored in Haagen-Dazs is not the same as the ones that we get here in Japan.
Right.
Japan one is superior because it's not as sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's more. It has the more
Matcha flavor.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I can kind of, this reminds me of that too. Like, it's not too sweet. It really does have a good taste of like tea.
Yeah. Wait, I'm gonna try that. I found the
Yeah.
crunch. There's like a solid chocolate in there, so there's like a
Oh,
yeah. There's like
what the
there's like a
crunch is.
chocolate syrup, and there's like a hard like frozen chocolate bit. I thought there'd be like a cookie, because it looks like there's a cookie on there.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does sound like you have a cookie.
yeah. There's
in
kind
there.
of like a bit of cookie in that chocolate bit. Okay. Kind of tastes like a cornflake. Give that a try. Marcus Durant writes, would be cool to see a line of denim based on pop or soda flavors. I agree. That could be very fun. I think we could have a lot of fun with that. How about a 40-ounce whole milk pant? 40 ounce? Well, we'll have a 40-ounce jean soon. Right, let's go with that royal milk tea. Let's try that out.
Very good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, this is the strength of Haagen-Dazs. I like this, but a lot of people can make this. The vanilla crunch. These kind of flavors.
Yeah, this has a bitter, very complex taste.
Very high quality. I mean, Haagen-Dazs are not cheap, especially not in Japan. These
they're like
little things are
$2.50
like
a pack.
$2.50, yeah. But it's kind of worth it.
Kind of worth it. I like that. Very bitter, and you're right. It does remind me of the matcha flavor a lot. Not very bitter, but bitter enough. Like, a child, I don't think would like this very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is child-friendly. Bahzad-friendly. All right. Trappy Monk asks, what's the most drippiest article of clothing you have?
Drip? What
Like,
does that mean?
baller. I don't know if this is the balleriest thing, but it's a stupid purchase I made a long time ago. Let me find it. Hold on. It's a good one. No, that one's pretty cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a lot of fancy clothing items. Let me think. I really don't spend much on clothing, actually. Bahzad, like, I mean, he worked at the, fancy department stores before, so, like, he had a lot of, like, high-end brand stuff, but I've never been really into that. I don't know why. Just never had that money, I guess. Or the discounts that I would need. Let's move on. Are there any spicy flavored ice creams in Japan? I have seen like a limited edition, like there is a it's not ice cream, it's like a popsicle series that they have, and they do like weird flavors. They did like a pizza flavor, they did like a corn soup flavored, and I think they have done a spicy one, but I've never really had it. I will try it though.
Louis Vuitton. I bought this. This was a very, very limited edition Louis Vuitton piece, and I was calling every Louis Vuitton. When you call Louis Vuitton, you don't like. There's like when you call Louis Vuitton, there's an operator, right? Yeah. And there's information, and I say, "Hey, I'm looking for this," and then they'll tell you where that item might be. Mm-hmm. Like, so I remember calling Louis and saying, "Hey, I'm looking for this item," and they're like, "They're all gone, all of them worldwide, everywhere in the world, they are gone. You can't get this. And I'm like, okay. And so, fine. And then, months or, I don't know, time passed. I don't know about months, but time passed. And a buddy of mine says to me, I was just at Louis in Toronto, and they have that thing you're looking for. And I'm like, no way they have it. I've called them a bunch of times. They don't have it. You can't get it. This is sold out everywhere. Everyone's looking for this. You can't get it. And they're like, I don't know, man. I saw them there. And so, right there on the spot, in front of them, I called Louis Vuitton to be like, I'll show you. And pick up, and they say, no, those are gone. You can't get them. And I said, I know, but my friend, he just told me that he saw it there. Can you double check? And so they're like, hold on. They call the store. They say to me, you know what? I'm surprised they have them. And somebody in the chat has the answer right. And I was like, oh my God, they have them. Can you put them on hold? They're like, no problem. So I go to the store, and I say, I'm here, whatever. And the guy pulls them out, and he gives them to me, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm holding these. And then as I'm holding them, another salesperson's like, we had those? And I don't know. So anyways, this was one of the most expensive, especially, this is mid-2000s, I was young. It was over $1,000 for these. Anyways, comes in a nice wooden box at least. Got these millionaire sunglasses. So these were designed by Pharrell Williams and Nigo from Bathing Ape. And these were, the numbers of these are very low. So like all gold on the outside, gold on the front. It has like Louis Vuitton logo all like embossed in there. Looks pretty baller. Looks like I'm a rapper. Handmade in France. Looks very nice. I don't think they fit my head very well. But I spent a lot of money on these. And I've probably worn them twice. Yeah. So that's the balleriest thing. Drippiest. This is the drippiest thing. I probably have other stuff that's pretty cool. But if you want drippy, these are pretty drippy. When I'm old, I think I'm going to appreciate these. Like, when I'm really wrinkled and small, then I'm going to wear these.
Yeah. I mean, you just don't want to look like a douchebag.
No. But when I'm old, I'm just going to look like I used to be a douchebag. Yeah.
And nobody's going to be offended by that.
Nah. Yeah. They're like, oh, that guy was cool back in the day. Let's leave him alone. The more cool. BD. Sick. Yeah. They're a little too much, but... that's why they stayed in the box for since I've had them basically. But the box is nice. It's got a nice wooden
and the
cushioned pillow. It's very fancy. Does look pretty boss. Well, I'm glad you liked them, everybody. But yeah, this is one of the weird ones. Mac, is that a bottle of Empress Gin on your liquor shelf? Also got me thinking maybe a cocktail-themed denim. It is.
Good eye.
Yeah, good eye.
Yeah.
That is a good eye from back there. Yeah. You're going to need a wet floor sign because you're dripping all over the place with those on. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Trappy, Monk. Appreciate it. Okay, well, I'm glad you enjoyed Drippy Show and Tell. Maybe we'll do this more often. I got a lot of weird stuff. Over the years, you do accumulate all kinds of rando things.
Yeah. Cocktail-themed jeans. It's not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
Thinking about
Brandon likes cocktails.
Brandon is really into cocktails.
Yeah.
I have this guy who makes fancy cocktails nowadays.
Yeah. I don't drink, but I can make a mean cocktail. All right. So much drip, need a mop. Thank you very much, Mason Brando. Thank you very much. Hey, B, what Naked Famous jeans would you wear with those glasses? Any of them. All of them. The ones I'm wearing now. I haven't put these glasses on in ever. Like, I don't think... Riza's never seen me wear these.
I've seen a picture of you wearing it, probably, but...
You've never...
Well, you try it on every now and then when we clean our home.
Yeah.
Oh, have you seen this?
Have you seen these? Yeah. Bar Bahzad collaboration 2023. There you go. Okay. Right, the real gold Selvedge.
Ah, yeah, that's a good one.
All right, good. That's
call.
a good one. That's
Yeah.
a good one. Good call. Good call, Trappy Monk. Trappy. I'm not sure. Yeah, gold Selvedge. Good thinking out there. Included in our buy two get one free deal at Tate and Yoko right now. The real gold Selvedge in that list.
Good deal.
Take advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us, spending your Friday evening or Saturday morning, depending on where you are in the world. Thanks for spending your time with us. It's been a pleasure. We're going to be back again next week, Friday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern. Mm-hmm. It'll be a little bit earlier for us because daylight savings happens in the West, but it doesn't happen over here.
8 a.m.
So it'll be 8 a.m. next time for us instead of 9 a.m. A little bit earlier, but that's okay.
We're going to be a little slower, I think. In the head.
It's going to take us a little more time to wind up. But that's it. Snowy says bye. You can see Kat over there. She's sitting in her little cat house. Have a great weekend, everybody. Do something nice for somebody. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment in the comment section below. What is your drippiest piece of clothing in your wardrobe? I want to know. And we'll see you guys next time. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.